Namaste and welcome to Doctor and More. This is Dr. Prajakta Patil. Everyone is either having some kind of anxiety, some kind of depression, some kind of feeling low. It's something everyone encounters. Today I'm not going to advise as a doctor, but today I'm going to advise as a normal person who gets all these things and how to cope up with these things. So today's video is going to be really different than the ones which we did till now. I'm really excited for today's video, so let's start. So, the tip number one is believe in yourself. That is so self explanatory, and you would have heard it from so many people. But really, believing in yourself is so important because everyone has their own share of struggles. No one achieves anything without struggling. So just remember, self motivate yourself that you have done certain things as a result of which you're over here, and never think that you don't belong in a certain place. Because lots of times people tell me that fear is the biggest motivator, and we get motivated because of the fear of failure. Because of that, we get motivated. But for me, it is the opposite. I think fear is the biggest demotivator because when I have fear that maybe I won't be able to do this, that is the time when I actually feel demotivated and where actually stop believing in myself for that moment, and that is when blunders occur. There are so many people around us, right? There are some people who are negative people, some people who are positive people. Stay away from negative people. That is the second point which I'm going to tell you, because negative people can be of two types. One are the cynical types, and second are the manipulative types. The cynical types are the one who would purposely, they don't want to cause any harm to you, they don't have any enmity with you, but they will be negative as such in general in all the aspects of life. You ask them anything and they are negative as such, so better to avoid such people. Second kind of people who are negative, who are as actually not negative people in that sense, but they are manipulative people. For example, if you tell them ki I'm going to do this job and this is really awesome, I'm going to go, for example, to Chennai, and that person will tell you something bad. Arey, don't go to Chennai, you don't know the local language, you are not used to eat the South Indian delicacies and all, and you will feel, arey, how will I survive? So these kind of people, so stay away as far as possible from such people. So now we spoke about the negative people, but there are positive people also. So try to surround yourself in your life with positive people. For example, it can be your immediate family, it can be some school friends, it can be anyone actually. And quantity actually doesn't matter in this. All you need is quality. At times when I feel low or something, I might just call someone or message someone. Recently, I was feeling low on a certain day, and I just messaged that I'm feeling low and I think I won't be able to do this a particular task or something. And that person replied me, what are you saying, Prajakta? You have done this, don't you remember? And that person actually saying to me, Are, how can you tell that you won't be able to do this? You would 100% be able to do this. I know you would be able to do this. And I'm like, yeah, yes. And then that actually built my self-confidence, and for that time being I needed that push from someone else, because when believe in yourself doesn't work, actually the support system works. The fourth point is actually about certain people who actually brag all the time. My cousin's friend's daughter, she topped in this exam, and I mean any relation, they'll just tell you, and there's nothing wrong in telling this, but what they will do, they will always try to play the superiority card, and they will always try to show you that they are superior than you, and they will always try to show that you are inferior. So such people exist. I have such people in my life, I know that. So what you're supposed to do, just take whatever they are saying by one ear and just throw it out. No need to register it on the brain. Be aware of such people and never let anyone else tell you that you can't do it. The fifth point is actually never let the child inside you die. For example, you want to do any silly thing at a time, you can definitely do it. For example, just popping bubbles in the bubble paper like that, or anything nostalgia like playing ludo or playing some Sapsidi kind of games or anything you want to do. Obviously, not every day you can behave like a child because that would be really immature. Why I'm saying this? Because when we see small children, and for the matter of fact, I actually have a cat who is really small, hardly 3 to 3.5 months, so he's almost like a small child. So whenever I come from work and the night I see him and he's just either doing some time pass, just playing with some leaves or something like that, or just sleeping, and he has no worries at all. His only concern is just unlimited cuddles from me and food and sleep. So at times after seeing him after a rough day, I think he doesn't think anything else. So why are we complicating lives? Why can't we at once in a while can't let loose or behave like a child with no worries? So this is also something which we learn, and we are learning from each and every one around us, and even pets teach us. And along with this, if you are a pet person, whatever pet you like, definitely you can adopt, because they actually are a mood elevator. There are numerous research studies that those who have pets, they have less chance of feeling socially isolated or anxious or depressed, because when the humans turn don't humans can betray us but the pets won't. So this is something which is a side point, not as a main point, but this is also which you can consider. The sixth point is actually stay away from social media at times and don't make it an addiction. Because why? Because in social media it is fragmented reality, for example, or filtered reality. For example, there is a big picture and there is a dustbin besides, and the photo would be cropped so that the dustbin won't be shown and only that person who is standing, that would be shown. So this is what everyone does, right? But at times we think that that is the big picture, but actually the big picture is with the dustbin. So when people are posting about themselves, people actually post because that they feel good, they want to post. I'm not opposing that, but to make a judgment that that person's life is really happening because of the Instagram feeds or something like that is not true, because that is one part or maybe one day of their lives of 365 days. Never ever compare that someone's life is better. This actually brings me to the seventh point, that life is not a competition. If someone else is almost 35 years, that person is married, has kids, is well settled and all, and if you are not, if that person is actually doing very good, not only the social media, actually that person is really successful from you, and personal life is also good, and you are not successful and your personal life is also not that great, so there is no need for a competition. Because competition ended, I guess, when we were, I think, till we gave competitive exams and all. Now this is life. I mean, everyone's journey is different. Even though the things would appear on paper, you would think that that person is really successful, that person is really good in the personal life, but you never know, that person would be having some other worries. So like that, life is really not a competition. So the eighth point is actually you can't be productive every day. Like, at times it is very important to have a balanced life. For example, if you are working on certain things, for example, you are working on a project or something, so it might take 2 to 3 months that you would be really busy in that, and maybe in those 2 to 3 months your social life would be really negligible. But after that project is over, then after that you can plan 1 to 2 days or break or something like that. So that is how you're going to have a balanced life. So we have come to the ninth point. Ninth point is actually you are not alone. You are not the only one who is actually going through some kind of anxiety, depression. Even if it wasn't 2020, then also you are not alone. So stop thinking that you are the only one person on this earth with all the dunya ka, what they say, all the tensions on your head and shoulders. So that is wrong. So everyone doesn't express it, so don't think that you're alone. So this brings us to the last point, which is actually the 10th point. So the 10th point is that life is really short, and I'm saying this because I have seen postmortem examinations, and I really remember when we had those postmortem examinations postings, actually when we actually had to do postmortem of patients to know the cause of death. And when there used to be patients, that is bodies, in front of us, at that time it really clicked me, and I told in our group, we were discussing that really enjoy your life before you land up on that table. Life is really short. I mean, I'm not saying that accidents can happen, I'm not saying that, but otherwise also, if you see, we are going to live only, average lifespan is actually 70 to 75 nowadays actually. So if you are halfway through, halfway is only remaining, and that halfway you want to spend by worrying and everything. So that is not something. We have not come here to work, we have come here to live. And in every phase of life our concerns will be different. For example, when we were in school, our concern was study and play. When we are in the middle age, the concern is to work. When the age is actually very elder age, we have money and everything, but our concern is our health. So in every phase of life there are some kind of concerns, and it is really a wrong thing which people used to say that after you do 10th and everything would be bright. But it never was like that, because after then 10th standard there is 12th standard, after that there is medical, after UG then there is post graduation, after post graduation someone wants to do fellowship, after that you have to set up your things and all. First you have to have a clinic, then what, then was hospital. If there is one hospital, then you want 2 hospitals, and all this life just goes on, it doesn't stop. So when is the time that you're going to enjoy? When is the time when you're going to say that yes, my life was good? So when you look in the retrospect, actually it shouldn't be like went away. When the life went, I didn't come to know. So take away home message from here is life is really short, and try to be active, try to be happy, and try to be peaceful in every moment of life as far as possible. And yes, at times we are tense, so try to handle those tensions also with really good tact, with all the things which we discussed today. And this is Dr. Prashakta Patil signing off, and I'll meet you really soon in the next video which I'm planning to make of the causes of fibroid. So stay tuned and goodbye for now. Stay mentally healthy. Bye.